In my previous video, I talked about finding your purpose. So I hope you have begun to think about what is your purpose in life. When I ask this question to myself, many times it has always come down to this one thing, that my purpose is to be a saint. Now you can imagine when I mention that to people, especially my friends, the first thing they do is laugh because Shalina and sainthood doesn't go together. But that's exactly why God calls each one of us. What gives me hope is that looking at the lives of the saints. These were people who were just living normal, ordinary life, but they were in a close relationship with Christ. But not just that, every time they fell, they were people who sinned. They were people who were weak. But every time they fell, they had the courage to stand up and start all over again. Okay, that's what sainthood is. I really love this statement that someone once mentioned to me, that saints are sinners who never give up on God. And that's exactly what we are called to do. Okay, and that takes a lot of courage. That's why they're called courageous people, because they never gave up on God. They continued their journey. Every time they fell, they started all over again. You might think that, people, if I'm called to minister or to serve Christ, to talk about Christ, but then you think, but look at her life. I know her. She's bad. She's got. You'd probably judge me or whoever serves Christ in many ways. Okay, but we admit it. I admit that I'm a sinner. Okay, I fall many times. I disappoint people many times. Okay, so that proves that I am not God. Okay, but that doesn't stop me from talking about God. That doesn't stop me from giving Christ to other people. Okay, the fact that I'm a sinner is a reminder for me that I need God in my life more. What gives me hope is looking at the life of saints, especially Saint Augustine. He's the best one to look at. Saint Augustine was a sinful man. He had a child out of a wedlock, but his mom never stopped praying for him. She prayed continuously until Saint Augustine experienced Christ. He encountered Christ, and that changed his life. It turned his life around. God is so powerful that even if you think that this person can never change, this person will never be able to be a saint, trust me, in the eyes of God, that person will definitely be a saint. Okay, you just don't know who God calls. Even when I look, in the life of Jesus, when he walked on this earth, I wonder, why did he choose fishermen, tax collectors, all people who were quite looked down upon? Why didn't he choose doctors or somebody of well repute, who's very known in the society? Why did he not pick rich people? Why did he pick ordinary people? That's because Jesus himself said that I have come not for the righteous, but for the sinners. That people who are well does not need a doctor, but those who are sick. So if you look at, if you like, saints are really people who are chosen, who are sinners, who are weak, who are struggling, but wants to continue their relationship with Christ, who never gives up on him. Okay, so if you are today thinking that I have hit rock bottom, have nowhere to go, nobody can save me, I have no hope, and I'm just depressed, trust me, God is looking down on you, and he says that I've called you, I've chosen you, and he can transform your life to a point where you can actually reach sainthood. You can be an example. You can be the saint of the millennium, like Saint John Paul II says. I really hope that this video will help you to understand and reflect on the importance of your life. Each life is created for a reason, for a purpose, and don't let that be wasted. If God is calling you and me, no matter how weak and sinful we are, but if he has chosen us and called us to live a life of sainthood, let us be bold and courageous to proclaim that, and not be shy or let people laugh. That's fine. People will laugh. People laughed at Jesus. It didn't matter. Okay, for him, what mattered was that he loved each and every person. He hated the sin, but he loved the sinners. Okay, so God is calling you today to wherever you are, in whichever part of the world, he's calling you to be a saint, to be the saint of the new millennium.